This is where you could just pull up papers for me, V, and tell us which one we're going to, starting, of course, with Business Day. So Business Day this morning, their lead story there, skills exodus imperils air traffic control. Safety Authority accelerates recruitment drive and a project to lure back lost skills. Now, the Air Traffic and Navigation Services, ATNS, is struggling to fill critical positions, particularly air traffic controllers, with the outflow of experienced personnel outpacing the capacity of the entity's training pipeline, regrettably almost comprising a service delivery, compromising, I should say, a service delivery, the company said in a frank admission. And that, of course, is a very, very worrying situation. All right, also there on the top there, we have Japan's new leader to woo Trump with pickups and soya beans. In motoring news, innovative C10 combines electric drive with petrol backup. Companies news, ShopRite thrives while market shifts. And housing meat prices, that's what nudged up the inflation. So that is the business day for this morning. Let's move on to the next paper, and that is the Daily Dispatch. And they leading with the East London waterfront dream is a step closer to reality. Now, the sod turning, a new milestone in a drawn-out resurrection project. An official sod turning ceremony this week has reignited a dream to turn the East London harbour into a vibrant waterfront tourism hub. The stop-start 147 million rand Latimer's Landing project at the Port of East London was first announced in 2019, and back then completion was expected within 12 months. Well, here we are. Sod turning at least has taken place. And then anger at millions spent on taking legislature to a people program. Now, the Bisho legislature has been heavily criticized by opposition members for its decision to host the 2025 leg of the Taking the Legislature to the People program at a luxury East London beachfront hotel. They say that the cost was excessive and unjustifiable, and that a suitable, cheaper venue could have been found, which would have saved taxpayers millions of rands. The legislature has meanwhile confirmed spending more than 3.2 million rand just on the hiring of the venue and catering for the participants, that comprises 72 MPLs and 300 guests. And the MPLs claimed 4.5 million rand was budgeted for this week's program, with a further 1.5 million for the pre-visits conducted by members of several portfolio committees who visited East London in preparation. So those are some of the stories they get into. Also on the top there in the left-hand corner, Thandiswa Mgwebu, that's Dr. Thandiswa Mgwebu, becomes the WUSU Vice-Chancellor. And a wild ride in the Circle of Devotion. Fresh delay at Highway Mall. Some of the other stories that the Daily Dispatch is looking into. The next one is The Witness this morning. Tatham cancels exhibition amid plagiarism concerns. Now, the long-awaited art exhibition at the Tatham Art Gallery was cancelled on the eve of its debut after allegations emerged that the featured masterpieces were not original works but altered reproductions, and concerns of authenticity and artistic integrity have since been raised after the gallery scrapped the exhibition, which was due to open on October the 5th under the title 4 Decades of Fine Art by Colin Sabapathy. And the exhibitions committee, along with the gallery manager Tulisiwe Mselegu, first noticed the uncanny perfection of the pieces, and their concerns were confirmed by visiting Pretoria Museum curator Dr. Gerard de Kamper. So that's their lead story. Also, MPs grill Mkunu over decision to shut down police task team. Some of the other stories, Buthelezzi's last mission. Proteas women are peaking at the right time and holding water together. That's at the top. At the bottom, Creasy warns speedsters as new section of the N3 is unveiled. That, of course, some of the stories that we see today in The Witness. And then moving on, and as I say that, guess what? scuppered. Cops fire stun grenades at a bullying protest, and this, of course, happening outside Milnerton High School. And this story, of course, also gaining a lot of traction, and some parents and other concerned community members marching on the school, which resulted in that particular milieu. And then Zuma faces a loss of home pension over 28.9 million rand court order, and that, of course, being decided by the court yesterday. So that, of course, the front page of the Cape Argus, and I'm just trying to zoom in there to the front just to get a sense of what those stories are. And the court halts eviction of a woman freed after romance turned sour, and also Senzo Mkunu baffled by alleged links to drug cartels. That's the Cape Argus. And then moving on to the Sowetan this morning. Sowetan, they going with Lesufi was pushed to shut down Amapanyaza. Now, the public protector report yesterday found that Gauteng government acted outside the law in creating the unit. Premier Lesufi says that the wardens will be trained and they will join other law enforcement units in the province. A court tells Zuma to pay 30 million rand or lose assets. Katie Molefe's nephew vanishes over Swart's hit, and Hilton Smith slams Safa over Alice's contract. Those are the headlines and what you can look forward to in today's Sowetan. Let's take a look at some of the other newspapers and what's making headlines. Well, there you have it, a comprehensive look at what's making headlines in most of the newspapers this morning. And not forgetting, of course, the SABC's very own properties. And there you have it, that's the SABC Plus app. And as you can see, we have 2 pop-up channels to make sure that you don't miss a beat on either the Madlanga Commission or the Ad hoc Committee. So if you haven't yet done so, please download the SABC Plus app. All you need to do, download the app, register, and you're good to go. And that's what you will have access to, among others. And of course, streaming to so many other live events, including the commission or the inquest, I should say, in the Eastern Cape of the Craddock 4, among others. And all you need to do is go to the SABC website, and on that landing page, you will find links there to take you to streams of all those events, and doing our absolute best to make sure that you're able to follow all of these proceedings live and direct. That's sabcnews.com.